This is one of the most important weeks for WRT in motorsport, and it started in a perfect way for the Belgian team. On the run-up to the Spa 24 Hours, Devin Braune sealed WRT's first victory in the World EX Championship, beating TK9 E-SPeed's Lasse Sørensen in a fascinating final of the Nextview Maastricht EX Prix by 0.149 seconds. The 25-year-old game developer from Germany had already achieved 2 podium finishes in World EX earlier this season and showed a blistering pace around the fast virtual city street circuit of Maastricht. The WRT driver won the quarter-final of the esports races and also the semi-final, benefiting from a huge Turn 1 pile-up behind him, triggered by Patrick Long Esports' Henry Drury. 5-time EX Prix winner Lasse Sørensen was also involved in the first corner incident, but was miraculously able to continue and make another appearance in a World EX final. The Dane had made a rare mistake in qualifying when he inadvertently hit the escape key on his computer, leaving him without a valid time. Tom Christensen's lead pro driver once again showed his unique class, using the slipstreams on the long straights of Maastricht to perfection and winning the quarter-final of the real-world pro drivers from the back of the grid. In the final, Braune and Sørensen kept overtaking each other throughout both laps. They made contact a couple of times, but their battle stayed clean and fair, and Devin Braune was finally able to keep Danish Dynamite at bay, winning his first ever EX Prix.
It's fantastic, really. Well, I didn't actually expect to even get into the final, to be honest. You might have heard it on broadcast. I had issues with the brake. That's on me. There's nothing else wrong. I attached it wrong. But yeah, it was good fun, honestly.
TK9 E-SPeeD is back in the lead of the World EX Championship with Danish Dynamite, following Lasse Sørensen's 4th podium in as many races.
I'm still super happy to be in the final, and it was an awesome battle with Devin, so super happy to race that.
Macedonian Timotej Andonovski finished 3rd for Acer Vero R8G on his debut in World EX. This means Romain Grosjean's Vero 88 esports entry is just 4 points behind Danish Dynamite in the standings after 4 of 9 rounds. Rafael Lobato continued his strong series of results, finishing 4th for China's Absolute Racing as the 2nd best pro racing driver. 38-year-old Freddie Oikster was able to finally score the first points of the season for Nico Muller's Nianco team on his debut in the series in P5. Jack Keithley was 6th for Williams Esports, being one of the drivers involved in the Turn 1 carnage. The Briton was fastest in free practice and missed pole position by just 5 1/1000ths of a second. Nicholas Hillebrand finished 7th in the sole car from Biela Racing Team Euronics. The Nextview Maastricht EX Prix was presented by BS+COMPETITION, promoting forest preservation Kenya. The home event began well for the Zebras, with Alen Terzic starting from pole position. Local hero Baitski Visa and wildcard entry Elias Seppänen also showed a strong pace in qualifying, but the event turned into a nightmare for the Zebras. Baitski Visa crashed out on lap 1 of her quarter-final. Alen Terzic and Elias Seppänen were casualties of the Turn 1 pile-up. The run of bad luck thus continued for Terzic. The Slovenian showed great spirit by not giving up and completing the semi-final without a rear wing. With Seppänen, Drury and Terzic finishing 8th, 9th and 10th, all 9 teams made it into the top 10, a first in the history of the series. Jimmy Broadbent was a popular addition to the Maastricht EX Prix in BS+COMPETITION's 2nd art car. He kept his morale despite crashing out of qualifying and enjoyed a great battle with WRT's Chris Overend in semi-final 1.
I think each team get to sort of pick a circuit and pick a pick a location. It's really, really cool. But I think I picked the worst one to come to. This is definitely not a beginner circuit.